Welcome back to the channel. Guys, I hope you're having a great evening. So I'm excited to talk about the second Superman trailer. Um, James Gunn is proving to us that he really gets this. Can this mean that for the first time since the original Superman, the Done by the Donners, 1978, star Marlon Brando, could it be that Superman is gonna get this? Superman's gonna get it right. So we're gonna watch this second trailer. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. And we're gonna just go over some of the scenes and see what we can get out of this.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire.
First, I just want to say the chemistry between Corn Sweat and this version of Lois Lane is excellent. This is something we didn't get from the last two Superman films. We didn't get it from Man of Steel with Henry Cavill and Amy Adams. We didn't get it even from Brandon Roth, and it was played by, I can't think of her name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. She did Blue Crush, surf movie. It'll come to me in a minute. But the chemistry wasn't quite there either with Brandon Roth, even though that was a sequel to the Donner films. So A plus there on that chemistry.
For what some
It's a
might.
lot of
It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed.
Okay. It looks like Superman got involved with the country of Baravia, I believe it's called. Uh, we got to see that in Creatures Commandos. Everything was going on. Also, Rick Flag Sr. Is basically what I like about what James Gunn is doing with adding to this universe. Uh, Frank Grillo, who does the voice of Rick Flag Sr., remember he was in Creatures Commandos, and so he's actually in Superman. So it's all taking place in that same universe. So they're already doing very good on the world building. The energy and the feeling of this looks fantastic. Also, it looks like they arrested Superman because he acted maybe outside of the United States jurisdiction to some extent by him getting involved in the politics, right? So that's very interesting, right? We never really got into, with many of these Superman films, how deep into politics he could get that would be okay with the United States government and the governments of the world. It seems like it's not okay. Uh, and although this isn't a sequel to the Donners that I'm aware of, as I said in earlier videos, James Gunn probably would be part of that Christopher Reeves Donner film. The influence would be great on him. And so, although it may not be a sequel to Force of Solitude, it's definitely paying homage to how the fortresses looked from the Donner's depiction. And as well, the relationship between him and Lois Lane, right? It doesn't start as an origin story. It starts picking up after she knows he's Superman, right? And he's been Superman, and then they have a romantic relationship. So you can almost look at that as a continuation of the Donners, where where that left off. And I just think that's cool. But in saying that, no doesn't necessarily mean it's a continuation, but the energy's there, and I like that.
Superman? Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative
I
of the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
I love the energy. Lex Luthor, you could tell that his plan is brewing, right? Nicholas Holt, his energy looks good, and I like him as Lex. I was a little bit concerned at first. He seems like he's going to be the perfect Lex Luthor. Pushing Superman's buttons, hating on Superman. Uh, he's delivering good in his how he emotes to the camera, right? I'm liking that energy he's giving off. Is that kind of bratty, ambitious, uh, a figure there.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are. Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
I love it, guys. Are you guys feeling the energy in this? It just seems like James Gunn. I told you guys, James Gunn gets this, right? I'm feeling that emotional element. And one complaint that I hear a lot online from people is that uh, it's got that it's too cartoony feel, right? But it's kind of difficult to the world building, the kind of characters that Superman's gonna encounter, like any idea of doing like a Justice League film and things like that. Uh, James Gunn is a master at blending comic book films and tugging at your emotional heartstrings. He gets that, and that's something that a skill that a lot of uh, filmmakers don't know how to do. Right? They just don't have it. James Gunn gets it, and so he's able, just like what he did with Guardians, is able to bring you into these fantastical comic book worlds and make the characters emotionally valid to you, right? Even though it looks cartoony, even though it looks like a comic book, and the brightness and the fantastical, and these complex heroes and these great variety of heroes we're seeing, like Mr. Terrific and the Mr. Terrific machine there. Nathan Fillion playing the Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, and Hawkgirl. When you put all these characters on screen together, it does feel comic booky. But James Gunn knows how to balance it out. And from very early screenings, right, the viewers seem to be right on the money with saying that even though you're going to get that comic book element, that little goofiness in it, it's gonna balance out well to where it doesn't take you out of the film, where it's just not too much of that. The mood of the film is gonna change. Now, of course, we saw the Authority, the engineer using her nanotechnology. We get to see those robots being cut down uh, from that last sneak preview we got, right? And the I guess that's gonna lead into that kind of more humanoid super Kryptonian bot. that we got to see. Excuse me, guys. But I'm loving this, guys. I think it's hitting right on the money.
I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you. You have a dog.
Of course, Superman has a dog. Krypto was able to get a blow on the engineer. Um, awesome, awesome. I love it. This is going to be. Now, some people saying that it's not going to make a billion. I believe this is going to make $1 billion. It looks fantastic. Uh, I like how they're bringing it into the world that James Gunn has established already. I just got goosebumps thinking about Creatures Commandos, which is a great show. But the Hammer of Bavaria, right? We got to see. We were confused about who's actually the Hammer of Bavaria. But some people think it's the Ultraman clone because he looks like he's using the heat ray vision, right? In the suit. At one time, some people thought it was the Lex Luthor. It was Lex Luthor in like a Lex Luthor suit, right? The suit he wears. And But it could just be that Ultraman character, simply because when I seen him using that, he's fighting Superman, he can go toe to toe with Superman. So he could be some Kryptonian version or whatnot, clone or what have you. So I think that theory is going to probably end up being spot on. Although he does look a vast degree different than Ultraman when Ultraman seemingly is in the black uniform, or is that even Ultraman? Yeah, I think it is because when they're fighting on the baseball field or whatnot, it seems that he's still pretty darn strong. Somebody's putting Superman's face in the ground, even on that. And we did get to see Miss Terrific, Hawkgirl. Earlier complaints about that by people saying that it was just too many characters in a Superman film this early. But we were told by early viewers that they're not going to be in the movie that long. So those are things to keep in mind. So we will get to focus on the Superman story with Lex Luthor. Again, Nicholas Hoult. I like the energy I'm getting from him. I think he's going to play. I heard already he plays a great Lex Luthor. Guys, I love it, guys. Tell me all what you think. Some people have been concerned about this movie. We've been going back and forth, um, especially with the Snyderverse fans. And, um, a lot of people know I do not like the Snyderverse. I did not like what they did with the Snyderverse. Um, and, you know, uh, I hope now people are starting to come around and see this energy of this Superman film. Um, you know, what my idea of what I thought Superman should be about, and what James Gunn seems to almost telepathically be getting from my brain. So keep doing what you're doing, James Gunn. You're building a fantastic world. I can only see it going up from here. I'm very excited to see this film, and especially some of the concerns uh, from the Snyderverse fans was it's not going to be what the action is going to look like, and from this trailer, it looks like it's going to look darn good. Uh, you know, uh, Fantastic, fantastic, guys. Guys, tell me all what you think. Do you like the direction? Do you think that this Superman movie is going to nail it? Something that hasn't been done, and now going, guys, on what will be going on? Let's see. 47 years. That's freaking crazy, right? 47 years. They haven't got a Superman movie right for about 45, 47 years. Because Superman 1 and 2 was actually shot at the same time. And that film came out in 1978. And Superman's been struggling ever since then. So if James Gunn can get it, even if he could do better than the last Superman films, that will be fantastic. But that's all I want to say, guys, in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.